The Asmongold hit piece backfired horribly. Let's go.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So today we're going to be talking about a video that's making the rounds on social media for all the wrong reasons. It comes from a channel titled Catastrophic Claire Rar. Yes, very Rar XD, Quirk Chungus, Hot Topic, etc, etc.
Ruffle, Lamau, all of these.
But the video people are talking about is her latest one titled, Japan Wants to Censor Anime, Asmongold Reaction. Now in this video, not only does she call out Asmongold, but she also calls out the entire anime and manga industry, as well as Japanese society.
Yeah, here it is. Protect PDF files. Freedom of speech, 14. I've seen like a screenshot of that video earlier. I couldn't find her direct video earlier anymore, and I didn't remember her freaking name.
Society, which according to her is so predatory and dangerous, pretty much no woman is safe in Japan. Now let's start with the thumbnail itself. It is.
That's the one. The UN. We covered this topic. The UN wants Japan to censor themselves because anime is hurting women. Because we are clearly way too sexy. Come on, man. Unrealistic money standards right here. I mean, look at those. I mean, maybe not. I might get demonetized. Oh, man. Oh, boy.
Is pretty heinous. It is implying very heavily that Asmongold is trying to protect predators. Now, what just...
Yeah, that was so stupid. As if, man. Like, on top of that, Asmon is one of the biggest lolly outcallers there is, man. And for her to say, nah, he's trying to protect them is like, oh my god.
Justifies in her mind this slander. Well, it comes from a clip from a recent Asmongold video where he's talking about censorship of anime and manga.
I'm not even sure if I've seen that one.
Going in favor of free expression and free speech without having a unelected cabal of companies acting as a cartel that are behaving as censors for that speech and expression.
Like, it's just so sad that people are saying this and it's just going unchecked, and I just wanted to say my piece on it.
So basically, what Asmongold is saying is that groups like the United Nations or payment processors like Visa or MasterCard should have no say in the production of anime and
they shouldn't.
Manga in Japan. And hot take, he's correct. These organizations have really no sense being involved with these things.
They don't have no sense in it. They have... What's the word? I forgot. I'm sorry.
Way beyond their reach. They shouldn't be controlling what's going on.
Oh, business. They have no business in that. Like, bro. What?
Being involved with these things. It's way beyond their reach. They shouldn't be controlling what's going on in the anime and manga industries. And anyone who disagrees with that has to basically bootlick the United Nations, which we'll talk about them later in the video.
Right.
They are a terrible organization that has been going after Japan for decades now, trying to demonize and categorize a lot of fictional content as illegal, as she will do in her own video. So let's let her continue on. This is actually from one of the clips she posted herself on a Twitter, but let's give it a listen.
But in 2024, it's still legal to own anime and manga child pornography.
What?
And let me tell you, it is a booming industry.
So, as always, I think there's something very disturbing about likening real-life victimization to manga panels, but as always, if you don't like certain aspects of anime or manga or just fictional content generally, that's okay. That's your prerogative. You're allowed to not like things, but it doesn't justify you.
Why the hell should I ask Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal how I spent my money? Like, literally. you use them to pay places. Like, they have no right in telling you how to use your money. They're fucking, in the end, like not really a bank, but you know. What do you call that? West censored the entire country and now unsatisfied are trying to censor other countries too. How surprising. Yeah.
Demonizing and attacking an entire nation of people as well as the related mediums. And on top of that, you're going to create this standard for other people where in the video she says if a character's under 18 and sexualized, that's CP. Well, that standard's not going to just be applied to the people you're attacking. It's also going to be applied to yourself. And if you look through her Twitter account, I mean, you have characters like this from Sailor Moon. This character's 16 years old. She made AI-generated art with obvious...
Of course. The hypocrisy. We're back at the hypocrisy.
Obviously some sexual aspects to it with the hashtag booba, and she would do that again, same character with hashtag thick thighs, posting this that she created with AI as well. That would make her a hypocrite under her own standards. On top of that, she's a big Evangelion fan. I mean, if you've watched the anime, you know there's a lot of fan service featuring underage characters, so clearly she either didn't watch this or she's just a massive hypocrite. And of course, you know, because I always check this.
Real one. Whoever put this in, absolute real one.
That's a bunny.
The voice is Hugh Jackman, by the way. And he plays the Easter Bunny.
Okay.
Oh, he's so great. I love his voice in this movie. I love his character in this movie. He's such like a hard ass rabbit. And you don't see it a lot, so yes, definitely smash.
Okay, that would make her a furry, I guess.
Ding ding ding, she's a furry too.
Okay, but like, what does her shitty take have anything to do with her being a furry? Like, can we, like, stay on the facts and what actually matters? Like, this is unrelated.
Yeah, pretty much anytime you see someone talking about anime and manga and trying to demonize it, they almost always consume the exact same content themselves, and on top of that, they're a furry. It pretty much happens every single time. But let's continue on with her clip here.
You can literally go nearly to any...
I'm assuming Riff doesn't like furries, so he thinks that is a big issue. Maybe? I don't know, man. Like, I got nothing against furries. Some of them are weird, sure. As long as they keep to themselves, whatever. I don't care. Like, being a furry isn't inherently sexual, as some people make it out to be. It just ain't. Furries and bad tags do tend to have a strong correlation. Okay, but... What's the saying? Correlation, not causation? Or, you know, that thing? Correlation does not equal causation. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Furries and tech support. There's a lot of furries in tech support and in IT. I think it's more of this weird fandom feud with anime fans and furries. I always thought it was stupid considering I'm both of those things. Is there actually a fandom feud in between those two? I wouldn't actually know. I actually would not know. It's the fursuits that scare me personally.
Massive manga stores and areas in the major cities in Japan. And you will...
Well, let's start that from the get-go again.
Which happens every single time. But let's continue on with her clip here.
You can literally go nearly to any massive manga stores and areas in the major cities in Japan. And you will find areas of that manga store that is specifically for Lolita characters.
So...
I know she's confusing Lolita with Loli itself, which isn't the same either. Like, she doesn't even know what she's talking about. Oh my god.
This is a very simple point, but it's definitely always worth making. If she considers this stuff in the background to be CP, by her own standard, she downloaded it, probably uncensored, and then posted it for thousands of people to see online. By her own standard, she just downloaded and then redistributed CP.
He does have a point that if we go by her own standard, she did that then with a Sailor Moon character. If it make a good point, like that character is also under 18. It's people that try to argue for shit need good points. She doesn't. Some of those Lou Dujins can have adult characters on there. Yeah, sure. Her attempted defense of her statement is just downright funny. Oh boy.
Like,
aren't a lot of anime characters under 18? Yes, they are. That is true. A lot of anime characters are under 18. Because a lot of the times animes are taking place in high school.
Your mind or something? Like, why would you...
Also, to add to it, yes, the age of consent in Japan is way lower than in other countries.
You ever think this is okay while you're demonizing it at the same time? It's just, it just shows how stupid all these arguments are and how hypocritical all these people are.
Characters. And Lolita, if you don't know what that means, it means young girl. And
it literally just means like cute fashion, by the way.
Yeah, Lolita is cute fashion. Lolly is the young girl. Like, if you're gonna, like, talk shit about something, at least talk shit about it correctly. Like, I don't agree with Lolly shit either. I don't. But at least make the points correctly.
This is the problem that the UN wants them to address. Honestly.
And no, that's not the problem that the UN wants to address. The UN, we watched the video on it, wants anime to be really fucking censored and to have fat LGBTQ blue-haired women in them. That's what the UN wants. Because that's your average woman, right? If I recall correctly, almost every district in Japan has raised the age of consent to 18. Really, to 18, not to 16? So the national law isn't relevant anymore? Really? I thought it was 16. The Jinji exists, but it isn't shown to the public. That is also true. It's hurting women, yes. That was their point, because anime characters are very unrealistic, and whoa, it sets a bad stage for women, because women will never live up to the body standards of anime. I mean, have you seen Nami? God damn, have you seen Robin? Bro, I wish I looked like them. I wish I had that waistline.
Both of them have chests built like zeppelins.
Man, I also wish I had breathing problems like them.
I don't care if the character is over 18. If the character is over 18, I'm just gonna be like, cool, yeah, whatever you're into, man. If you want to look at that, that's cool. But not children. That is so up.
So she's trying to basically mask what the UN is doing. She's saying this is all about protecting kids and it's only targeting the specific types of characters she's talking about, but that's a gross misrepresentation of what they're trying to do at the UN. So here's what they're actually doing. They've been targeting Japan for many, many years, and they can't really explain why they're singling out Japan in the first place. But anyways, this is what they're talking about with some of these pushes that the United Nations are doing. The final observation expressed concern that pornography, video games, manga, and other animated products may promote gender and sexual orientation-based violence against women and girls.
Violence against women because of anime. Make it make sense.
And recommended that existing legal measures and monitoring programs be effectively implemented to address the production and distribution of pornography, video games, and animated products that promote discriminatory gender stereotypes and reinforce sexual violence against women and girls. So
let me just repeat that. Reinforces sexual violence against women. and girls. But, like, how? How? Oh my... I can't make things make sense that don't make sense. Yeah, it just doesn't! Like I said, the problem is the legislation taken forward to change because bureaucracy is supreme in Japan. In practice, the Japanese do practice an AOC of generally of at least 18 with some minor variance, and in case of age difference is very small. That's good. It's not even a lolly thing at all. It's mainly the UN wanting to censor almost everything involving anime and manga. Exactly, that is the issue here with the UN. Like, she is actually misrepresenting to feed her own agenda.
It's not just these specific young characters she's talking about. It's anything that promotes discriminatory gender stereotypes.
Wouldn't my boobs count then too at this point? Bro, like, look at this jelly. Look at this fucking jelly. Yep, the UN would want me banned too.
Whatever the hell that means, and without any sort of research or basis to make these claims, they say that these things in fictional content are somehow leading to real-life abuse. These people are basically just a repackaging of 90s soccer moms who used to say violent video games make violent people, right? It's the...
If people want to help with gender stereotypes, give us bad, cute clothes we can wear. Just wear thigh highs. No one's stopping you. They're pretty comfy.
Same argument. It's just so woke, it's backwards. And now we're having people trying to justify these connections between anime, manga, and what have you to predatory behavior, and the only thing they're working on is their own emotions. They have no actual proof of anything. And looking at the standard about promoting discriminatory gender stereotypes, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the kind of stuff they're talking about. This is one...
Yeah, this is exactly what the UN is talking about. This is 100% what the UN is talking about. And she loves this stuff, but yet she's still pushing the UN, like... Hashtag Guna. I love it.
Her own post from very recently. I mean, look at not only the character that would probably fall under these United Nations standards here, but also the hashtags. It's got to put out hashtag Gooner.
Also, the UN are treating anime like they were with video games in the 90s and 2000s that the US government was trying to pull but failed even to this day.
What did they try to pull?
This, I forgot to put in bits for this message, Kek.
Thank you. I don't know. That's okay. But the heck did they try to do in the 90s and 2000s? I will predict right now the trading card's gonna have to be hidden for YouTube. This is up on Ref's video. You know, I'm pretty sure Ref would have hidden this if it was that bad. You know, he already, like, cut it. I think we're fine.
Hashtag Goon. Hashtag...
Oh, blame video game for violence? Oh, yeah, of course.
Degen. Very interesting stuff. But let's talk about the UN for a second. So I can't imagine bootlicking the United Nations. It couldn't be me. They are pretty much what is the equivalent of an international criminal organization. What else do you describe them as? So even some of the top children's rights officials in the United Nations have been jailed for charges relating to the abuse of children. In fact, there are endless articles you can find that are just so beyond disturbing. Report finds UN employs 3,300 predators responsible for 60,000 R-words in the last 10 years.
What?
Here's another one saying UN peacekeepers ran a child S-ring in Haiti. And it goes on and on and on. Like, they are...
Bro. What? Yeah. Our saviors, by the way. They only want to help women, by the way. Can't make this up. Yeah, I'm pulling a P. Diddy, no surprise, the manga bans a projection. Yeah, actually. UN equals Diddy. Jesus. Bro, this is messed up.
Very dangerous organization, and you have to rely on their word and what they're trying to do to justify banning anime and manga. Like, these people are not to be trusted whatsoever. But she continues on here.
And
I didn't even know that. Like, bro, what the hell? Wake up to reality, down goes gravity. Okay. It's all projection of virtue signaling. Yeah, does seem like
what the UN wants them to address, because it's actually scary being a woman in Japan. They literally have specific train carriages that women can take to not share carriages with men.
How's that scary? How is a safe space in a train carriage scary?
During busy travel times, so that they don't get sexually abused or touched in a...
The reason for it? I mean... it's scary anywhere to be a woman if you go by that logic, man. Like, assault and freaking especially SA can happen anywhere. Like, yeah, it's a bit higher in Japan, but anime doesn't cause that. Oh. Perverts on Train doesn't have anything to do with anime. Literally, that's what I mean. Imagine being the UN prioritizing censoring anime and manga, but not background check for actual, Yep. Train molestation is a huge issue in Japan. Is it? Damn. Well, then it's good that they have those. The train... What was it? Fuck. Carriage, sorry. It's not that bad as in Ireland, though, and she's Irish. It's worse in Ireland, and... Okay.
Appropriately, or have pictures of their upskirts taken. Just trying to get home from work, or...
So this pretty much is where it always ends up, right? So it begins with, I don't like this anime and manga, blah, 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 blah. And then it turns into just, well, I mean, what else do you call it? Racism. They're basically trying to imply that the entire nation of Japan is so predatory that no...
Yeah, that's true. That's also a fair point. Like, it's just demonizing the entire freaking country at that point.
Woman is safe in that country. And it's an absolutely outrageous thing to say. Yes, there are sex crimes in Japan, just like there are throughout the entire world, but it doesn't make Japan unique in any sort of a way. And the only justification this person has is because they produce anime and manga, which that somehow makes them special. I mean, of course, reported sex crimes are sometimes a misleading number because people just don't report.
Well, yeah, there's always the dark number, what is it called? Black number? The dark number? I don't know.
That they're victimized. But this person's from Ireland, trying to be...
Ireland has the worst one. 21.9 reported annual per 100,000 person. Like, on 100,000. While Japan is at 1.3. Oh. But hey, we need to protect Japanese women. It's scary to be in Japan. Sure. Not Ireland.
A white savior and wagging their finger at Japan. look at the rates at Ireland.
Lesotho 88? Yeah, where the fuck is that place? What is... I'm gonna Google what the frick Lesotho is. Lesotho. South Africa, damn.
Versus Japan. Again, reports aren't the most reliable thing, but I think
of course.
maybe, just maybe...
But there's dark numbers in all countries.
Maybe you should sit this conversation out. But let's wrap this up here. One more quote I want you guys to listen to.
And I think if you're a real person with a real conscience and your heart goes out to the women of Japan who have to put up with these men, then you should be on the side of UN for them to be more censored and not allow for this to happen.
Huh?
No words, ladies and gentlemen. You have to take the side of the UN here and ban this anime and manga.
I'm sure I'm gonna take the side of the UN after finding out that so many people there are just nitties in the end, bro. What?
Otherwise, you just don't care about women. I guess that's the route we're going with this one. This is insane. Also, I think her mind would explode if she found out that a very large portion of hentai artists are women. So, like,
that is true. That is factual. As well as Redo of Vihila, I'm pretty sure was written by a woman.
Like, what are we... it's all just men? This went from, I don't like anime and manga, to there's a big predatory problem in Japan, and also Japanese men are somehow uniquely...
Nakapara was written by a woman too? Damn!
Dangerous. I mean, that's how far it went. All you had to do was say, I don't like these things in certain anime and manga, I'm just going to avoid them. But no, it goes to this level, and it always does for some reason. But that's going to do it for this video. I thought this was pretty insane, so I wanted to talk about this with you guys.
Indeed, that's pretty insane.
As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah. That is pretty insane. That's ridiculous? Yeah. That is insane, ridiculous, outrageous. Nakapara, the anime was cute and not pervy, though I have heard that the video game is not so much. The video game is something, that's for sure. Oh boy, that will do that. Thanks for watching, YouTubes. Bye. Bye, YouTube.